Hi, I'm Sarah Duke, the editor at Onward Bound Books. I'm here with Deborah Adele, and we're going to talk about her book, The Kleshas, Exploring the Elusiveness of Happiness. Deborah, thanks for being here today. I'm wondering if you just have some final things to say to us. I'm interested in the process of writing the book, if anything has changed for you because of the topic or since writing it. Kind of any last words for people.
Well, thank you, Sarah. The process was interesting for me in that at the same time that I was asking these questions about the uncivility and the families breaking up, I took a bad fall on the Superior hiking trail and actually shattered my arm and had to have surgery. So I was in a cast and unable to do a lot of things, a lot of writing or picking up books or even using a computer. But the whole process of having the broken arm and being in a cast taught me so much experientially of what I was trying to understand was happening in my mind. And it was like my arm in the cast showed me how my mind is in a cast, and that cast is the kleshas. And it's even more insidious because I knew my arm was broken and I knew it was very, very limited. But I don't ever think of my mind as being in a cast. And yet the kleshas showed me that it really is. That my beliefs can be so frozen, that my reality can be so small and limited and frozen. So just that whole exploration of what was happening in my arm and as it healed, and the opportunity for my mind, what would the healing look like if I explored other ideas rather than judged them and thought them wrong. If I listened to other people, if I could just open myself up past the things I like and don't like, what force would that unleash in my life and my ability to live a fuller life, more fulfilled life, more satisfied life? So that process was very, very much like a gift that helped me personally to understand that process. And then I think also just writing the whole book answered or gave me this kind of sense of moving forward in my life. I was asking that question about why are we so sure what we believe is right? And why are we fighting? We're actually killing people over our beliefs. We're persecuting people over our beliefs rather than examining them. And that was a question I had to turn back on myself and have been turning back on myself as I've written this book, in terms of, wow, looking at the rigidity that sits in my life. And it doesn't mean that everything's right. So again, that was another thing I had to bring in this whole thing of examining beliefs. Then what is the code that we use? We all have to have some kind of a guideline as we're going, well, here's this truth and my reality, and there's another reality. And that's where I came back and circled back to the yamas and niyamas, because that sense of doing no harm, of telling the truth, those can be the guidelines and have become, again, a new way that the yamas and niyamas inform my breaking out or my experiencing myself outside of the bounds of which I know myself. So I wish that for all of you to just look at the rigid lines that you formed, look at what you use to determine what's true and what's reality. Look at if something is really worth killing or persecuting somebody over, or how can we open our hearts to a whole bunch of divergent opinions as long as they cause no harm. Again, that basic thing of cause no harm seems to undergird everything in yoga. It undergirds the yamas and niyamas, it undergirds the kleshas.
This has been such a great time talking with Deborah. I really appreciate Deborah's ability to distill yoga philosophy down to understandable bites that every reader can enjoy. I hope you've all enjoyed this series. Thank you all for watching, and thanks to Deborah for being here. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up and consider subscribing to this channel. You can find links to Deborah and to buying the book in the description below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.